Brought to you by GTA. We start with you.
Kehani Mendiola is one of 62 new Truman Scholars from across the nation, rising to the top of a record 845 applications from 328 institutions. The news came as a surprise.
Dr. Ronald Bignich at the University of Guam, he had called me and he asked me, could I come to the SBPA Dean's office at the University of Guam to take a photo with the president and the dean, like a finalist photo, because Guam this year did have 4 Truman finalists, which is a milestone itself. And so, he asked me to come down there and if I could bring my family. And I honestly just thought I was there to take a finalist photo. I had no inclination, that it was anything other than that. And when I got there, I saw President Christ, I saw Dean Annette Santos, I saw Vice President Dr. Anita Enriquez, and, just some of the other staff and faculty there. And still, it didn't occur to me that this was anything more than a photo until Dr. John Rivera, the Truman faculty representative, he asked me, can we take some candid photos? And he handed me this book and he said, can you read this passage in the book? And so when I was reading the passage, I wasn't even fully comprehending what I was reading. I thought that I was talking again about the Truman Scholarship and, some information about that until I got to the last part that said, would you please share the good news? The University of Guam, Kehani Mendiola has been selected as a 2021 Truman Scholar. And I couldn't even read out that last part. I was just already in shock and disbelief.
The Truman Foundation, a living memorial to the 33rd president, awards the Graduate Fellowship for public service leaders. It provides financial support and a community for leaders to pursue their life's mission. Mendiola, who transferred from GCC, is an active student leader at the University of Guam, where she double majors in public administration and criminal justice, all while taking care of her 2-year-old son.
My passions fall within criminal justice and prison reform. That's something that I've always been very interested in the law since I was at a young age. It's how I basically planned out my education to align with the goals and aspirations that I have in those fields.
She's an aspiring Air Force Judge Advocate General and hopes to pursue a JD and Master's in Public Administration. The lengthy application process involves several essays, letters of recommendation, and rounds of virtual interviews with community leaders from across the nation.
I am a full-time mother. At the time when I started this application, I was taking several classes. So there was a lot of time management that I had to do in order to complete it. And I feel like by doing just the application, though, I benefited a lot in my own personal growth and development, because I got a better sense of who I was and what it was that I wanted to do.
She's focused on giving back to her community through her recent work and future studies on prison and crime reform.
In my life, I have known people and even family members who have entered the system and have been incarcerated. And so for me, there is a connection to this issue on a very personal level. And so I think that with that personal experience combined with the education and research that I've done into the issue, I'm able to look at all of the problems that we face from this double-sided lens and try to come up with viable solutions to them. I know that here on Guam, our courts are backed up. Our prison is overcrowded and dilapidated. We have little to no treatment programs for the people that are incarcerated, and our recidivism rates are rising. And I think it's also important for people to know how that is also interconnected with social issues that we face. And so for me, it's really being an advocate for these people who have been underserved and underrepresented for a very long time.
As she adds another feather to her cap, she offers this advice to the island's youth.
And I really like this quote from President Truman: do your best, history will do the rest. So that's really all we can do, right? Is to take a chance, to put our best foot forward and to see where that takes us. So I hope that everyone will keep that in mind and go and pursue their dreams.
Tomas Manglotnya for KUAM News.